Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Teen Shallot, and today we're going to be talking about a what if that you guys really loved and well received. We're going to talk about, I saw the comment section below for yesterday's video and you guys all wanted a part 1. You all wanted to know what happens next. So here it is. Here we're going to be doing part 1 to what if Deku had Abranium. Now let us get started. From where we last left off, Deku, All Might had proposed that the teachers take care of Deku. And he's like, we need to take care of this kid, he has no home, and we might be the only family he has. So they all decided that this was a good idea. And they said, okay, let's take care of him. So they decided that first it would be All Might. Because, Deku looked up to All Might as a kid from a young age. And All Might was trying, so they had a system. So there's 10 teachers, and each one would stay with the teacher for a week each, and then they would rotate it. So Deku went to All Might's home, and he saw All Might, and he smiled, and he looked happy, genuinely happy. For his first time in 2 years, he looked so happy. And All Might's like, hey, young Midoriya, would you like to train with me? Would you like to go outside, have some ice cream? And Deku really did. He wanted to go hang out with his idol All Might. So they spent a lot of time together. They gained a bond. And then on the 6th day, All Might told Deku that next week you're gonna be living with Aizawa. And he was like, who's that? Well, he's the teacher. He's the homeroom teacher for class 1A in the hero course when the school starts. Really? Yeah, he is. So he will teach you how to fight, so you can defend yourself in case anybody else tries to hurt you. Really, All Might? But why can't I stay with you? And then All Might said, kid, I want to stay with you too, but we made a deal that you would go and meet everybody 1 week. And how many teachers are there, All Might? 10. So I get to know 10 teachers. 1 per week, and then I start with you on the 11th week. Yes, young Midori, very smart. Now, it's time for you to go meet him. Alright, it's okay, he doesn't bite. Alright, or we'll introduce you tomorrow, okay? Alright, All Might, only because you said so. So Deku goes, so the next day, All Might takes him to Aizawa. And he's like, so, Eraserhead. Yes, it's your turn now. Here, please take care of young Midoriya well. Oh, I will take care of him. I'll whip him into shape. And he's like, alright, come with me, young Midoriya. First, lift up your shirt. And Deku's like, I'm sorry, I can't. Why is that? It makes me uncomfortable, with all the tests that they did on me and everything. And Aizawa feels pretty sympathizing right now. He didn't really want to do this, but he's like, he has to. He wants to train Deku. He wants to make him strong, so he doesn't ever have to go through that again. And then he says, in like a hero-ish kind of way, he's like, look kid, you're gonna have to stop being afraid. A hero knows to not be afraid around the people he is saving. He needs to look like he will save the day, just like All Might. You want to be like All Might? And Deku said, yes, I really want to be like All Might. Then you have to learn how to smile. Don't be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. Every hero has been afraid once in their life. So have I. I have been afraid before in a mission. But right now, you gotta shape up. You want to be a hero? I'm gonna help you become a hero. We all are. So are you ready? And then Deku yells, yes, I am, Sensei. And he says, call me Aizawa Sensei. And he says, Aizawa Sensei. And then they start training. Aizawa starts training him in the ways of the scarf. And how to fight using the scarf. So yeah, Deku will have his own scarf, guys. And then Aizawa says, do you have a quirk? And Deku's like, no, but I actually have the powers that they used on me, that they gave me. And he's like, wait, you have powers? Yeah, that's how I survived for so long. But I thought you didn't have a quirk. Well, I don't. And then Aizawa figures out what actually happened. He's like, they gave you powers. They made you, they tortured you, didn't they? To give you powers. Yes, they did, Sensei. And Deku was trying really hard not to cry because he remembered all that pain and all that misery that he felt for all those days, as I was like, that's okay, kid. I'm gonna help you use your powers without being afraid of them. Because you're gonna need to use your powers if you want to be a hero. Now come on, let's train some more. So for the whole week they trained, and Deku was able to figure out his abilities. So here's his abilities. He's able to heal at an immense rate. He has Wolverine healing. He can heal from just his flesh alone. His whole skin can be gone. There can only be like flesh left on his bones, and he could heal from that. As long as he still has his heart, or he still has his lungs. If he still has those, he can survive, and he can heal again. And another thing is, he's super lightweight. Because the vibranium that Black Panther had on his suit, he could jump and do all kinds of things. So Deku can too. So because adamantium is heavy as well, but adamantium slowly killed Wolverine, but vibranium is used to keep people alive. So Deku will be in a stable condition for this what if. He will not be dying slowly. So the vibranium also makes it heavy, and so does the titanium. So when he punches someone, it feels a bit more like 10% of one for all they're being hit with, and he can run as fast as 8% of one for all. Equivalent, not because he doesn't have one for all yet or not. So Deku goes to the next teacher, Mike, and Mike teaches him English. Teaches him all about English, how to speak properly, grammar. They grew up bond. And Mike to Deku, Mike is like an uncle. All Might's like a dad, and so is Aizawa, but to him, like an uncle. Next they go to Cementos, and then he teaches him modern literature. He makes him read books, more books every day. He's reading books, going to the library, getting more and more, absorbing all that knowledge. Because Deku's a fast learner, guys. In the anime, he was a really fast learner, so I feel like it would be proper for him to know all this. So he learned 3 different languages. He learned French, English, and Spanish. And along with the Japanese that he already knows. So he knows 4 languages. And he also has knowledge of every single hero, because Cementos loves doing that with him. So they do a lot of notes on heroes that he has seen before or not. Now it's midnight, and she teaches modern hero art history. So, I don't know what modern hero art history is, but I'm just gonna say she teaches history class. So yeah. So she teaches the history about heroes. And Deku, he loves knowing about heroes, so he learns more and more. And she's like, so do you want to learn any other techniques, on the 6th day? And she's like, yeah. Deku's like, yeah, I sure would. Can you teach me what love is? And then Midnight's like, sure. Okay, so basically she teaches him seduction techniques. She teaches him how to make someone fall in love with them, how to confess everything, how to do all the things that a girl can, but as a guy, basically that. And then next thing you know, it's Snipe, and he teaches Deku how to use weapons. Snipe knows how to use guns, obviously because he uses guns and legit snipes people with a revolver. So he teaches Deku how to use guns and some knives and some hand-to-hand combat here and there, but mainly Snipe is a gunslinger. So he teaches Deku how to use guns, but he says never use them against students, only against villains. So for that week, Deku learned how to use guns. Now it's ectoplasm. Ectoplasm teaches him all the types of mathematics. He teaches him calculus, functions, vectors. He teaches him some science as well. Then he also teaches him geometry, algebra, all the basic mathematics. He also then gave him some math textbooks for him to study while he was going on to his next teacher. And he also trained Deku with fighting. They all had different fighting styles, guys. So Deku's gonna have 10 different fighting styles because they can all fight differently. So Deku was fighting Ectoplasm's clones. He can make clones bigger, small, he can make as many as he wants. A mist that comes out of his mouth. And Deku would practice using his power. So he would make it into a way where when he did an axe kick, it would go down really hard. Because you know how his 20% smash in season 4, spoilers, sorry, against Overhaul, how it went down really hard like that? That's basically how hard it can go, because the bones are really strong, are really heavy because of the vibranium, adamantium, titanium. So he hits him down on the head of one of the rocks, on one of the, test areas. And it breaks in half. And Deku's like, damn, I have this much power? I never knew. Also, Deku always regenerated, because every time he got hurt, he didn't really need to go to Recovery Girl, because he regenerated anyway. So next, we go to Power Lord. Power Lord is more support hero, but he teaches Deku how to make gadgets and all the such. And he also has Deku make his own hero costume. So the thumbnail, guys, will be Deku's hero costume, but if you want, I can add it in right here at this part. And basically how it looks is Deku's wearing a black suit, wearing a black suit shirt. White dress shirt, black tie, black dress shoes, black pants, a black belt, and you know that mask, that mouth, the covering that covers Deku's mouth, that part. He has that tied around like a bandana around his neck that he can just put on his mouth, and he wears leather gloves, and he wears, what else does he wear? Yes, he also wears a black coat as well. And basically the mask is able to cover his whole half part of his face, so you can only see his eyes. The gloves has some lightning into it, so when he punches it, it sends a shock and sends a person backwards, kind of like Joker's trick that he always uses against Batman. Is like, here, shake my hand, and he starts electrocuting them, that kind of thing. And then there's also spikes on the shoes that when he kicks them, their spikes come out, and then he can hit them with that. Then his jacket is also, his coat is bulletproof, is lined with bulletproofing, and then his belt comes out and straightens, and then he can also, it becomes loose and he can use it as a whip. He can straighten it. It becomes like as hard as a sword or a stick, and he can also use it to hang someone, just like kill them basically. His tie is really loose so that it cannot be pulled on to choke him. It can also come off. He can form around his fist, and basically the tie covers his fist, and then it supercharges the electricity in his gloves, and when he punches it, the person goes back 5 feet. Now to Vlad. Vlad has pretty much a blood quirk. So Vlad's like, alright, we're gonna teach. So I'm a class 1B's homeroom teacher. I don't think I can teach you much like everybody else did. But Deku didn't care. He's like, I got to know you guys really well, and don't forget, guys, this is only the 9th week. So during all these weeks, Deku has learned all of those in 8 weeks. I just want you to know that. So on the 9th week, Vlad taught him how to control his anger, how to meditate. And basically Vlad was gonna be the Piccolo in Deku's life. That guy. And we all know how badass and how cool Piccolo is, but how calm and collected he is as well. Basically Vlad is gonna be the Piccolo. He's gonna say, Mr. King. And he's be like, damn, you remember so much as another kid. Who was he anyway? I forgot. And then basically he teaches him how to meditate, stay calm in situations, and how to be a proper hero and have a cool head at all times. And last but not least is Gran Torino. He's a former teacher, but All Might brought him in so as to teach the kid how to move fast. So Gran Torino's, I said, I'm the final boss. Show me your moves. And then Deku starts moving really fast. And then because he's as fast as 8% equivalent of One For All. So he starts dashing around everywhere, faster and faster and faster. And then Gran Torino's attacking him, but then Deku swerves under, uses a cape, scarf, brings him down, and knees him in the stomach. But then Gran Torino fakes falling down, gets up, rockets forward, and punches Deku in the face. And then starts punching Deku back and forth, back and forth. And Deku says, enough! And then this whole purple lightning surrounds him. And he says, ha! And he lets it all out. And the kinetic energy that built up all across his body was let out in a huge force. And Gran Torino's knocked back through the wall. And he said, kid, what was that? Because I think my power evolved. I can do this, teacher. Come on, let's do it one more time. Gran Torino got up and said, You are something, kid. And yeah, guys, that's where I'm going to be ending part 1 to what if Deku had Abranium. I hope you guys all loved with what I did with Deku's story, how everybody took care of him. If you guys did not like how I did it, tell me down in the comment section below, see how I did, you know, if there's any advice. Also, you know, it's only been 10 weeks, so it's been like 2 months and a half. So yeah, 2 months and a half, Deku has learned all this. And also another thing, if you guys want Deku to have one for all, please tell me down below, because I'm really thinking that Deku might not even need one for all for most of season 1 to 3, maybe season 4, but other than that, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Most of all, like, because my videos will get recommended, and subscribe, so more people can watch my videos as well. Yeah, okay. So this is Teen Shallot, out of here.